today at Teens and Deens Country Kitchen. And boy, this is a good place if you want some good down-home country cooking. They're located at 2696 NC Highway 16 north of Taylorsville. It's had several different names throughout the years, and we're going to go into that a little bit. But we've got the owners, Tina Barnes, and her husband, Darren. So very happy to be here today, and we love the restaurant and what you've done with it, and it just gets better and better, seems like, and I don't know how y'all do that, but somehow you are. Anyway, let's get into it just a little bit. So Teens and Deens, how did it come? That's kind of an interesting name. So tell us how you got the name.
It is interesting, and several years back we had a few people over at our house, some really close friends, just been years ago, and they just made the reference Teens and Deens, and it sort of hit with our kids and a lot of our close friends, and it sort of stuck with us, and so we kept that name, Teens and Deens, and that's what they still call us today. And so when we were sitting down trying to decide what are we going to name the restaurant, one of our kids said Teens and Deens, and we was like, no, we don't want to do Teens and Deens, and they're like, no, that sounds really good, let's do Teens and Deens. So we decided to do Teens and Deens, and it seems like it's, everybody likes it, and we were, my husband referenced as like Bonnie and Clyde, so we're Teens and Deens, and it's going to stick with us for a while.
Awesome. So just for the record, she's Teen, he's Dean. That's right. All right. So that's a cool name, and a cool story behind it. So thanks for sharing that with us. So this, like I said earlier, this building has a long history, a storied history. So Darren, tell us, or should I call you Dean? Anyway, what's the history behind this building? Started out maybe Daniel's Drive-In?
Well, I think that the restaurant was actually built in 1950, and I think that it was built by the Fortner family, and they did run the restaurant and operate it for a period of time. And I don't know what year that George Daniels bought it or took over ownership, but he had it for probably the longest time as far as an individual owner that ran it and operated and had a successful business here. And people still, refer to it, as Daniels Drive-In. Of course, that was a little bit before my time and Tina's, but
mine too.
But we do have a lot of people refer and share stories from when George had it and his family. And then after that, then it was bought from the Daniel family by Bobby Shoe, and that was ran as Shoe Bob's. And then he sold it to the family that opened it as like a sports theme, and they called it Triple Play. And then from there, then Bobby Meredith bought it, and him and his wife ran it, and her name was Joy, so it was called Bobby Joe's at that time. And so Bobby actually sold it to another individual that had, he was also a Barnes, no relation, Lanny Barnes, and he only had it for about 5 weeks, and it wasn't what he had planned for it to be. They just had changed the sign to Down Home Diner about the same day that they decided to close, and so we saw that opportunity, and we bought it from Lanny Barnes, and so the rest, I guess, is history.
Well, that's cool, because so Bobby and Joyce, they kind of named after themselves, and then y'all kind of followed suit. And the menu is pretty similar to Bobby Joe's. If people haven't tried you guys out, it's a lot of the same items. Would you say that?
Yeah, we kept a lot of the same items, like the daily specials. We kept a lot of them, but we also added a lot of stuff too. We do catfish on Friday night. We do fresh catfish, and we make our own batter. We do Cajun, regular, salt and pepper, and then on Saturday nights we do ribeye night. Yeah. And you can get a 10-ounce marinated ribeye with baked potato salad for $10.99. And our ribeye nights, our catfish nights have been awesome. And we also added like some different vegetables, like the marinated slaw. We do the baked beans. We make our own barbecue. We do our own barbecue here. Plus, we do have another barbecue that we do buy, but a lot of people have really enjoyed our home cooked barbecue. So we do a lot, and we enjoy all our desserts are homemade. I do those, and we do have a few that's not homemade, but very, very limited. Most of them are homemade, and so a lot of people like the homemade food, and we do spend a lot of time in the kitchen prepping food.
The restaurant business, I don't think anybody truly understands how difficult it is to run a successful restaurant, because when I guessed at the number of employees you guys had, I think I had about a quarter of what you actually have. So what are your number of employees here?
It takes about 20. I think we have 24 on. That's full and part time employee. Yeah, and because it ends up being, because we do open at 6, so it actually start here about 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Starting getting ready for breakfast, and it takes about 8 or 9 to run per shift. And so you got 8, and then it come 2 o'clock, after lunch. Then that switches out, and then the dinner cooks come in, or supper as we might call it. And so that even with just those 8 or 9, that gives us 18. And then we have of course we have some part-time employees also. And I just want to add, when you talked about the menu, that a lot of the stuff that it was very successful prior, and but we wanted to make not just the building but the menu our own. And so we wanted to change some, even like the meatloaf or the spaghetti. We wanted to change it to the way we kind of served it at home when we ate it at Mom's house or whatever. And so we all those things that were great in the beginning, we just wanted to tweak them to where we wanted to make them like we shared with our family, because when we consider all of our customers part of our family now.
Exactly. They are part of your family, and we consider you guys family too, because you feed a lot of families in this county. You know that? And it's awesome that you have a good, convenient drive-through if you just want to go pick something up in a hurry and take it home and serve the family. So we are truly appreciative of what you guys do and your hard work and owning a restaurant here in Alexander County. And we're glad you opened this back up, and I know you're going to be here for many years to come, because you serve some awesome stuff, and you work hard, and you got some awesome employees, great cooks, and just really energetic, fun, smiling staff. So I think you've done a lot of good things, and I know y'all would attribute that a lot to your good Lord there. He's blessed us all. So we thank you for that. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, you got a lot of different varieties there. Of course, you've talked about the daily specials. What is your schedule and your hours? What days and hours are you open?
We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 6 in the morning till 9 at night.
It can't get much simpler than that. Tuesday through Saturday, 6 to 9. So mark that down, all right? And everybody that's going to be watching this video, they're getting hungry already, so they're going to come out here. So the address again is 2696 NC Highway 16 north of Taylorsville. It's a really nice place here. You've done some good work on the inside here, some decorations, and really made it look good. So we're proud of you, proud of this restaurant. So again, you can dine in, take out. They've got a convenient drive-through. Give them a call. It's 828-635-1950. They also have a website. It's teensanddeens.business.site. Hopefully we're going to get that updated, and it might even be teensanddeens.com. So stay tuned. We'll let you know about that. But also check them out on Facebook. They do a lot of great posts and pictures, and they keep you up to date on everything that's going on. And here in the summertime, they're doing car shows on Thursday evenings at 5 o'clock. So a lot of great things the Barnes family here is doing, and we're proud of you. We love you, and we hope you have many years of continued success.
Thank you. We enjoy it here too, and we just thank everybody that comes out and supports us. And also, I just want to say that you just touching base about our employees. We do have a great staff here. I can't say enough about our employees, our cooks, our waitresses, our prep staff, our dishwashers. I mean, everybody behind the scenes. We have a great staff here, and I couldn't ask for better employees.
And it makes a difference, and it shows.
It does.
It really does. All right. Well, thank you guys. Darren, any parting comments?
No, I guess the only thing I would add, and I do appreciate each of our customers individually, and we have been completely and fully blessed to meet each one of those people and have opportunity. But most thankful, I guess, are coming into the restaurant business, that I get to share that with my wife, because we've always worked separately, and we've all kind of lived those two separate, my work, her work, and this is something that we get to do together, and that means quite a bit to me.
Good. That's very sweet. I hope she feels the same way. Anyway, we're at Teens and Deens Country Kitchen on 16 North. Come up here and give them a try. You'll be glad you did. And as always, at the Alexander County Economic Development Corporation, we encourage you to buy local Alexander County. To learn more about our Buy Local Alexander County campaign,
visit the Alexander County EDC website, alexanderedc.org, or give me a call, 828-632-1378. Buy local, Alexander County.